Scorpio. 7 signs you're spiritually gifted, even if you don't realize it yet. Have you ever walked into a room and instantly felt that something was wrong, even though nobody said a word? Have you ever thought about someone seconds before they called you? Or maybe you've had moments where your intuition told you to walk away from something, and later, you discovered exactly why. If you're a Scorpio, these experiences may not be random. There may be a deeper side of you that you haven't fully recognized yet. Scorpios are often known for being intense, private, emotional, mysterious, and incredibly observant. But beneath all of that is something even more fascinating: a powerful connection to intuition. And today, we're uncovering 7 signs that you may be spiritually gifted, even if you don't realize it yet. Stay until the end, because the 7th sign is the one many Scorpios experience without understanding what it really means. And remember, this is not about being better than anyone else. It's about recognizing a part of yourself that may have been quietly speaking to you for years. Number 1. You can feel people before you understand them. Scorpio, you don't always need someone to explain themselves. Sometimes, you just know. You can meet someone for the first time and immediately sense whether their energy feels genuine, uncomfortable, guarded, or completely different from what they're showing on the surface. And what makes this powerful is that you may not even know how you picked up on it. You notice the tone of their voice, their eyes, their pauses, their body language, the things they don't say. You can sense when someone is hiding something, even when everyone else believes their story. That doesn't mean every feeling is automatically correct. But your natural ability to observe emotional details can make your intuition incredibly sharp. And when you learn to trust that intuition without allowing fear to control it, you become very difficult to deceive. Number 2. Your dreams can feel almost too real. Some Scorpios experience dreams that aren't just random images. They're emotional, intense, symbolic. Sometimes you wake up remembering one specific person, place, conversation, or feeling, and it stays with you for hours. Maybe you've even dreamed about something and later experienced a strangely similar situation in real life. Instead of immediately dismissing these experiences, pay attention to the patterns. Keep a dream journal. Write down what you remember before the details disappear. Because sometimes your subconscious notices things that your conscious mind hasn't processed yet. Your dreams may be revealing your deepest fears, emotions, memories, or instincts. And for a Scorpio, that inner world can be incredibly powerful. Number 3. You need solitude to recharge. This is one many Scorpios understand immediately. You can love people. You can care deeply about your family and friends. You can enjoy conversations and social situations. But eventually, you need to disappear. You need silence. You need privacy. You need time where nobody is asking you questions. And that doesn't necessarily mean you're antisocial. It may simply mean your mind processes emotions on a deeper level. When you're constantly surrounded by other people's opinions, emotions, expectations, and energy, it can become overwhelming. That's why solitude can feel like medicine for you. It's where you reconnect with yourself. And sometimes, the answers you're looking for don't appear when you're surrounded by noise. They appear when everything becomes quiet. Number 4. You've survived things that changed you completely. Scorpio is the sign of transformation. And some of your hardest experiences may have changed you in ways other people will never fully understand. You've probably had moments when you thought, I don't know how I'm going to get through this. And somehow, you did. You lost something. You were disappointed. Someone betrayed your trust. A chapter ended. You had to let go of a version of yourself. But instead of staying broken forever, you rebuilt. You came back different, stronger, more aware, more selective about who gets access to your heart. And that transformation can become a form of spiritual growth. Because sometimes your greatest awakening doesn't happen when life is easy. It happens when life forces you to discover how powerful you actually are. Number 5. You instantly notice fake energy. Scorpio, you may have a surprisingly low tolerance for people who aren't being authentic. Someone can smile. They can say all the right words. They can act friendly. But something inside you may still say, something isn't right, and sometimes you can't explain it. You just feel uncomfortable around certain people. Then later, something happens that confirms why you felt that way. This is where your emotional intelligence becomes powerful. But there's an important lesson here. Intuition should guide you, not control you. Don't accuse someone simply because you have a feeling. Observe. Wait. Let reality reveal the truth. Your gift isn't necessarily knowing everything instantly. It may be knowing when to pay attention. Number 6. People tell you their secrets without knowing why. Here's something fascinating about Scorpio energy. People often feel strangely comfortable revealing things to you. Even people you've barely known may suddenly start telling you about their relationships, fears, problems, regrets, or deepest emotions. Why? Because there's something about your energy that can feel private and non-judgmental. You understand that everyone has a hidden side. You know that people aren't always what they appear to be. And when someone realizes you're not going to immediately judge them, they may open up. But this comes with a responsibility. Not every secret you hear belongs to you. Sometimes being spiritually mature means knowing when to listen, and when to let someone carry their own story. Number 7. You can sense when a chapter of your life is ending. This may be the biggest sign of all. Sometimes, Scorpio, you suddenly feel different. You lose interest in people you once chased. Places that once felt comfortable suddenly feel wrong. Old habits stop satisfying you. You start craving peace instead of attention. Depth instead of popularity. Meaning instead of appearances. And you may not understand why. You might even wonder, what's happening to me? But sometimes nothing is wrong. You're simply outgrowing an old version of yourself. Scorpio energy is deeply connected with transformation. You don't always evolve gradually. Sometimes you completely shed an old identity and emerge as someone new. And when you feel that inner shift, don't be afraid of it. It may be the beginning of your next chapter. Final message, Scorpio, being spiritually gifted doesn't necessarily mean predicting the future. It doesn't mean every dream is a prophecy. And it doesn't mean you should trust every feeling without question. Sometimes your greatest gift is something much more grounded. Your ability to notice what others overlook. Your emotional depth. Your intuition. Your ability to recognize patterns. Your willingness to face uncomfortable truths. And your incredible ability to transform after life knocks you down. Maybe you've spent years thinking you were simply too sensitive. Maybe you thought you overthink everything. Maybe you wondered why you could feel the energy of certain people so strongly. But perhaps you were never meant to experience life only on the surface. Perhaps your sensitivity is teaching you awareness. Perhaps your solitude is teaching you self-trust. Perhaps your difficult chapters are teaching you transformation. And perhaps that quiet voice inside you has been trying to get your attention all along. So the question isn't whether you should believe that you're spiritually gifted. The real question is, have you been listening to yourself closely enough to discover what your intuition has been trying to tell you? If any of these 7 signs felt strangely personal, tell me in the comments. Which number was the most accurate for you? 1 through 7? And if you're still watching, you're not here by accident. Go ahead and subscribe. This content is made for you. This is Cosmic Insight Daily. And remember, Scorpio, your power isn't always in what you can see. Sometimes it's in what you can feel before the world reveals the truth.
Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit bell icon.